Hi,
Hey,
Karen.
Meeting is being recorded.
well, good morning and happy January. We're excited that everyone was able to join us, and welcome to our replay viewers. So we are here to get started and kick off. We are expecting a guest speaker this morning. And before that, Sue is going to share some tips.
Good morning and welcome. We're so glad that you're joining us, and thank you, all of us that are on the call and those that are listening to the playback. Yippee yahoo! Happy New Year! I've got my last Christmas decoration down, very proud and happy for myself. Sometimes it doesn't happen until later in January. You just feel that little bit of accomplishment, whether it's picking up the phone and contacting a client and wishing them a new year. And in doing so, I want to give you a few tips here. We'll just jump right into it. One of my favorite questions to ask people, clients, people and not clients, quite frankly, is how's your skin feeling this winter? And boy, get ready, because you will hear a load of information. What I have found too is through the pandemic and people not getting out as much, and maybe you have, and I have too, but many just like to visit and be heard and talked to. And a lot of my clients, not all, but I have my assortment, are mature ladies, myself and older. And boy, do they like to visit. And I like to visit back many times too. But one of my favorite questions is, how is your skin doing with the cool weather? How's your skin doing in the winter? Or have you noticed any changes in your skin with this, cold we've just recently had? However you want to phrase it. And here's what I've been told. I am dry. Oh my gosh, my skin feels parched. Or oh, my body, my legs, what have you. And, they like to visit. So, of course, we have the solution. And my solution simply is asking them a little bit about what it is they're doing, as a matter of fact, to assist, help, change, what have you. And many times, it's various things. One of mine was a client that doesn't always use our skincare, but she does use our BioLift and a few of those things. So I just said to her, well, Mary, I may suggest that you add, and I talked about the 4 core and the products in it. I said either now or later, but I think it'll help balance your skin's microbiome and give you even better results from your BioLift. Other things, of course, when I am talking to a client that's using most of our products too, I ask, first of all, if it's skin on your face that's dry. This time of year, it's important to exfoliate frequently, because the dead skin buildup happens very rapidly, and our skin cells turn over so much at a slower rate. So when you can slough off and take some of that dead, dull, dry skin, then your lotions and potions can really get in and do their magic, such as the BioLift. And that is probably my top seller in the entire line, BioLift. Our former clients from Beauty Control, and I think many, if not most, that'll be listening to this are former that, but it's like TFF on steroids when used properly. And so that has so many active ingredients and so many great things that they took from TFF together with the other, that it really super surges and hydrates the skin. And I was talking to a friend at the gym who uses a lipstick here or there from me. And she says she wants to start on the other soon when she runs out. But she was complaining on the treadmill about her dryness. And I said, well, my solution to that would be the BioLift. And then I told her what it was doing to my own skin and ordered one on the spot. So BioLift is huge. Microdermabrasion, enormous, because you have to take off the dead, dull, dry skin for the wonderful other things like BioLift and our day and night moisturizer to really penetrate. Also, night cream is my best friend. Having gone through and recently our hormonal changes, the night cream I use as my day cream, and it feels amazing. If your clients or yourself are not using the night cream especially at night, but also during the day if you needed extra hydration. It is amazing. It's after your serums. And, just as long as we're talking for your own self personally, as well as to share, generally the order that I suggest is the lighter products first on the skin, followed by the heavier ones. So my own self at night, it would be the night serum, the BioLift, and then the night cream. And that is a power 3-pack. Your skin feels like you've poured a glass of water into your skin. And I'm reminding you guys because I know I'm speaking to the choir, but I got away from it just out of laziness. I was slapping on a little when I remembered the BioLift and the night cream. And I thought, man, I'm getting old quick. And anyway, I was out, so I retreated myself and just putting that duo or trio pack on at night in that order, the serum, BioLift, and then just like in the old days, we would say your moisturizer is like saran wrap on your skin. You just put it all over to seal everything great and wonderful you've put on, and at the same time feel hydrated. So I have had a short version of that conversation with some of my clients that I speak with. Dawn, one of my clients, was saying how dry her skin was feeling when I asked that same question. And she does use a lot of our things. And I just ask her, please tell me your regimen and what it is you're doing. And you can simply ask your clients that. And then I suggested, I don't know what I suggested. I probably suggested, well, she remembered that she was out of BioLift. And so we encouraged her to add it. So that's the power pack for dry skin, are those 3 products, of course, together with the core. But everybody is having those challenges. Also, when people tell me, when I ask that same question, their body is just so darn dry, especially at the gym when we're in our shorts. My solution to that, of course, as yours is our body lotion, like none other, health food for your skin. Clean and safe. It goes beyond traditional moisturizer. And then, of course, also has no harmful ingredients. And I'm going to tell you a little trick too. For some of my clients that just want an all-purpose moisturizer, I have one in an assisted living, and she's like, "Oh, Sue, I just don't want all these products." So, and she doesn't want to spend a lot either. So she just uses body lotion from head to toe. I talked to her about repair, and she said, at 92, I have nothing left to repair, and I don't really want to repair. And I said, okay. So she uses the body lotion from head to toe, face included, and she's thrilled and happy. So, and she's also gotten it for her lady friends there too, the body lotion from head to toe. And they really can do that because these ingredients are so clean, so safe. They are hydrating. I mean, I've done it in a pinch when I'm going to take the trash out and haven't put my face on yet. If I just want some quick hydration before I get in the shower, I'll just put the body lotion on too on my face. So, as Gary's always said, and I certainly agree, that all of our products are dual purpose. When someone asked for a foot cream the other day, I said, I have it, and it's a dual purpose product. It's our hand cream. It's amazing on the feet, makes them feel like velvet, and it's great. It's a 2-in-1. As we know, with the masking, I think it's called, dual product, hand cream also is wonderful on the face. And one of my clients wanted a richer, ooier, gooier moisturizer, was basically her words. And I said, okay, your hand cream. And I sent her a hand cream. I said, it's great for masking. It's also great because it's got, what does it have? Tasmanian pepper. That is an anti-inflammatory and is very good. And if our products weren't clean, safe, silicone-free, and everything else, maybe I wouldn't suggest that. But even I personally, when I was snow skiing last year, which I'm done snow skiing for the rest of my life, but that was my last time ever. Too many injuries and bad knees. But yeah, I used that on the slopes and it was fabulous as an extra hydrator. I didn't use it solely, but I used it in addition to for that ooey gooey rich extra feeling. And of course it soaks in pretty readily. So hand cream too on the elbows. Elbows are dry. And if you actually need additional hydration beyond the body lotion, you can always add it as well. So we're very fortunate that these are so multi-purpose as well. So any other ideas that you all have for dry skin?
I use the hydrating mist.
Oh, yeah.
I do. I'll put like the, I'm trying to stretch sometimes down on my legs, the body lotion, and I just squirt a bit in my hand with the body lotion and then just apply it to my whole body.
Also, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
I love that. And, you know, I failed to mention, and thank you for reminding me, but normally, especially with a client that reorders, I suggest to power boost the BioLift. I'm looking over at my shelf. What is it? That they first add the hydrating mist before applying the BioLift to power charge it, to surcharge it. So thank you for reminding me. That also is huge. You know, drinking enough water, updated. I hope you all are drinking lots of water. Water, and that reminds me of the BioLift, because the BioLift has the ingredient. What's the ingredient? I can't remember, Jill. What's in BioLift?
Ferment lysate.
Well, but it also has what holds moisture 1,000 times.
Hyaluronic acid.
Yeah, hyaluronic acid is in the hydrating mist. So it supercharges the hydrating mist. I mean, it supercharges the BioLift. So also you, as a consultant, want to use the hydrating mist to supercharge the BioLift. And then I also find that I use a little less BioLift, especially during the day, because when I'm wearing a full foundation and my powder and all, I like a little lesser of product on my face, so to speak, when I'm layering. So the hydrating mist supercharges before the BioLift. And that's great. I also use it on the ends of my hair before I blow dry. And it takes the frizz out. I don't know. We should have a whole very thing on multi-purpose of products. So I just wash my hair and it's soft because I put the mist on there. So
Sue, do you want to introduce Karen? She's waiting patiently in the wings.
Oh, yay, Karen. Hey, Karen. Can Karen see me?
Hello.
There we go.
I'm enjoying hearing all the awesome stories about products and more. I always learn more and more about products.
Oh, and you're the product guru.
No, you are too.
Well, I was just filling time, so I'm glad you're here. And I know you just returned from your travels. And of course, we so appreciate and are excited to hear from you. I don't have Karen's bio. I looked everywhere, but I can tell you she was an absolute top achiever in DD control, earned trips all over the world, was on track and achieved more than $2 million in our former company. She is an executive in our Tuora business and consistently is the top person in all the company for the number of TLCs. You have how many, Karen?
I have 95 right now.
Yeah.
My goal is to get closer to 150. I added 69 over the past year.
Oh, I'm so proud and happy for you, and certainly not surprised. So with no further ado, I'd like to turn it over to Karen Watson. Thank you.
Thank you, Sue. It's always a pleasure to be on with you and Jill and all these awesome ladies, and appreciate you reaching out. It's a great time as we go into 2023 to really set some new purpose for our life and new goals and what we want to accomplish, and not just set these things, but to really be focused on it and make it happen. So Sue had asked me to share 10 tips to jumpstart your business in the new year. So it was just kind of funny. I sat down and I'm just going to share off the top of my head, but I did write down 10 points almost immediately after she said that with me. They just came flowing in. So I wrote them down. The first, of course, and they're in no particular order. I was trying to make a mnemonics out of it, so, a word out of it, but couldn't do that either. So they're just great points. I'll keep it short and sweet for you, but powerful. The first is, of course, quiet time. And that is something that, to begin the day with, for me to begin the day with, it's very powerful. I spend that time in prayer because it energizes me. It gives me peace. It gives me wisdom and knowledge. And I feel like I walk in this, this covering of wisdom and power each and every day. So I encourage you to find that time to renew your spirit and your mind. At that same time, as a man thinketh, Proverbs 23:7, so is he. And majority of our thoughts when we begin our days and day in and day out, 3 out of every 4 thought is negative. And so the way we combat that is beginning with that powerful time, knowing that we're going to be able to go out and, each day we're going to walk in love, we're going to meet people, and we're going to be able to walk in our purpose of what we do each and every day in life. So that's always so powerful. I always started off also with a 21-day of prayer and fasting. I've been doing that since 2010 for 13 years. And it just really sets my whole year by praying and fasting. So I absolutely enjoy that. I began with the Jensen Franklin's book, Prayer and Fasting. And I'd gone to Barnes and Noble to get my daughter a book, and I was checking out and looked, and there was this book on prayer and fasting for $19.99. So I grabbed it. And that was in 2010, and that's where it began. So now I continued on with the church, and it's powerful. The other thing I recommend is writing down your vision and your goals. Habakkuk 2:2, of course, says, write the vision down and make it plain on tablets. And so there's so much power when we begin to write down, our priorities and our goals and what it is we want to accomplish. And I'm still the old-fashioned, I have my notebook here, and, I put down, I have one for my spiritual life. I have one, well, we'll go into this one in a moment, but I have one for health and then one for business. And so I do use my phone a lot for notes, but I do like manually writing things down. I think there's so much power in that. The third one, of course, is to choose to embrace healthy living. And I started last year a health journal. So I journalize, everything as far as each and every day, monitoring what I eat. I'm monitoring my sleep. I monitor for myself my sugar level, because in the past, my family has had issues with diabetes, being Italian and eating lots of pasta through the years. So I had to really monitor my sugar and carb intake, and went more with a paleo keto diet and began to eat more protein, feeling so much better, eat lots of vegetables, lots of salads, which I never did in the past, and no processed foods, no sugars, trying to focus on sleeping 7 to 8 hours. I lost a little bit of sleep here over the holidays. You get sometimes with foods and sleep a little off track. It's okay, because the good thing is you can get right back on track, and know that it's 80% of what you do, that, eating and caring for yourself, that matters. 20%. Sometimes it's not always going to be 100% for each and every one of us. But I think a lot of times, the way we feel and our thoughts and things of that nature stem from our lack of sleep and our health. And we have products that are clean, safe, effective for the skin. And so it's just a whole package deal. When I meet with my customers and or talk to them over the phone, the conversation is focused on health, and it leads right into our healthy products. And that has been my stand with True Aura. That is True Aura's, focus. And so that has helped me to get many, many more clients and customers. And I'll share that as when I go down my steps here. The next is to build and foster relationships. that's so important. Connections with family and with friends and with customers, maybe venturing into something new. Was it year before last? I think I ventured into, I was taking 5 different small group Bible studies, and they were all very different, and enjoyed that. I'm down to 2 now that I really am passionate about. One's on Zoom and one is in person, but it really was for me making new connections and new opportunities. And I didn't do it to build my business intentionally by any means. I just, people would begin saying, talk about yourself. What is it you do? And obviously I began to share my business. And then, someone would always say, hey, will you do a party for us? Or can I do a party and get all the ladies that are here to the party? And so one thing would always lead to another. That's not why I joined those groups, but it just opened up more doorways and more connections. Also opportunities with vendor events. I'm about to do a bridal event. And I do probably 2 to 3 vendor events a year, health events. I love my health events. And then I'll do a bridal event, another health. So usually 2 health events and a bridal event. And then remember that you can also make connections with stores and put your product into different businesses, because we can sell our product retail. So going into dermatologist offices or health food stores. I have a health food store here that wants me to put my product into their business. It would be great to be able to sponsor the owner, and then they can be that consultant doing it. That makes it a little bit different or easier, but you have to do what works for you. Also, falling in love or back in love with your products, being a product of your product, a 100% True Aura. I even line my eyes with that's the smoke and mirrors, and I have an angle brush and dip it in water, dip it in the color, and line my eyes. So, I could be somewhere and someone will say, what makeup are you wearing? Or, I use smoke and mirrors in my brows, the charcoal color. But you find what works for you and be a product of your product. I use 100% of all of the products, skincare, anti-aging, shampoo, conditioner, because then I don't have to add additional products to my hair to do anything else to it. It stays silky. It could be raining outside, high humidity, and my hair is like silk. So I love that. And that's just from our shampoo and conditioner. And I use all of the body products, the hand cream as a foot cream. My feet are like silk. When I go get my feet done, pedicure, they always want to know, what are you doing? Your feet are like silk. And I don't even have to get a pedicure that often anymore. So I get my toes painted, but not a pedicure. So anyway, just be a product of your product, and treat your business as a business. I think that's the other thing. When other people ask me what it is that I do, I am very specific that I am with True Aura Beauty, and we are a company that has healthy, 100% clean, safe, non-harmful ingredients in our products, toxin-free ingredients. We disallow or restrict nearly 9,000 ingredients, making it a healthy, clean product for you. I would love to share what I have with you or give you a sample of what we have. So there's so many different ways you can have your elevator commercial to share with others. Commit on being on team meetings and events and accountability. Those who show up, go up. You can easily miss, and I'll just watch the recording, and then you miss again. And before you know it, you're not on at all, and you're not doing what you want to do. So it's that connection. It's that connection with others who are in the same, business and have the same purpose and passion as you. So show up so you'll go up. Don't miss any meeting, any opportunity. Anniversary event is coming up. Be sure you register, get involved, be a part of it. That has been the key for me. I'm not good about watching playbacks. I wish I was, but I'm not. I'm a live person as much as I can be. I've got to be on live because it's very difficult for me to set aside a time to watch these playbacks. Same with True Product with Gary. I don't miss it. I get on it every Tuesday for 30 minutes because if I don't, watching all those Garys from the last 5 years is probably not going to happen with me. And that's just my personality. So I like to be on. I like to ask questions. I like to be live, and it makes a huge difference. Also, the Thrive Facebook group, I highly recommend you get involved with that if you're not in that group. And they have, Monday challenges, and Logan is on live, and it's a wonderful opportunity for you to kickstart your business on the right track with True Aura. Also learn, grow, and educate yourself. And I already talked about, educating by being on Zooms with Gary. He posts a lot of things being on his event. But I also am a John Maxwell leadership passionate person. I just was at an event he had December 7th. So I really love all that he teaches. It has helped me grow my business through the years when we were in our former company, and it has continued to help me grow now. So, educating yourself, growing, being a part, personal development is key. Because if not, you're going to be stuck where you were in the place that you are, and you're not going to go beyond where you want to go. Then I always say, learn one new skill that you didn't know in the past or last year, and do something different. I'm going to tell you what it was for me, and it transformed my life and my business. I did not like to ask for referrals, period. Was not going to do it. I'm going to work my business differently and all these other difficult ways. Last year in January, I began, as the company released the Healthy Bundle on sale, and I began reaching out, asking for referrals. And I have wonderful verbiage that I used, and I'm going to resend that out again, and I can get it to Sue and Jill if you guys would like to have that. But it transformed my world. I brought on 69 new TLCs in 2022, and 100%, all of those were referrals. I had one of my ladies who was going to do a party. She's near Atlanta, Georgia, and she ended up giving me 15 names for referrals, and 14 of those 15 became my TLCs and are still with me right now. She gave me those back in January of last year. So this is so powerful. And I am a referral fanatic guru. It is how I grow my business. I ask for at least one name from every person. I was asking for 3 and, making it difficult. Just ask for one. And you'll be surprised. I have retail customers giving me names. I have people who don't even use my products giving me names. I have my current TLCs, which is now 95, asking those ladies for at least one name. That doubles my business. That doubles whatever. If you just have 3 TLCs, if you have one and you ask for one referral, that's 2. Then you ask and go back and ask for one more, and it begins to populate. And I love TLCs. It is my passion. From day one, the company opened. It is the easiest part of my business. I spend about 2 to 3 hours a month working those TLCs. I bring in 2,500 one month, 3,500 the next month. I'm trying to get my 2,500 month up, and I'm spending 2 to 3 hours making that income. And that is ongoing income since 2018. It's grown over this last year. I increased my paycheck $10,000 cash this past year. And I didn't know that till the other day. I was going through I'm a numbers guru, background is public accounting. And I said, I wonder how much I increased my business with these TLCs. And I ran the numbers, and it was that 10,000, that's my profit. That's in my hand, $10,000. That's on top of my regular TLCs. That's just my new TLCs. That's not all the TLCs I already had. And I lost a few TLCs through time. I lost a few of those new ones. I was right around 100. And I've lost 5, but out of 69, that's not a bad loss. They went to retail for whatever reason, and it's okay. We just keep going on because, I say every time I lose the TLC, I'm going to gain a TLC. And the day I lost my last one the other day, a phone call came in, and someone had referred a customer to me, and she came on as a TLC over the phone. As soon as I lost that one, I had one right there behind it that I didn't even know about. From someone referring someone to me. So that was really neat. And the last thing to share is to choose to be the best version of you in 2023 to shine, to really commit to being a person who, and it's difficult, don't get me wrong, but to walk in love and to walk in confidence and to walk in power and to walk in, that strength and peace, that everything that God pours upon us, that we have within us by the Holy Spirit, and walk and live in that. It's that power each and every day. We have challenging people in our lives, and I have failed in the past, and thinking, being that better person, that better version of who we are. And I've got some neat quotes to share with you here from John Maxwell. One of them I like is, "You'll never change your life until you change something you do daily. The secret of our success is found in our daily routine." So go back to your daily routine. And it's not time management, it's priority management. What are you going to prioritize? We all have 24 hours in a day. What is it that we're going to accomplish in that time? So, being that person who is intentional with what you do each and every day. So anyway, I hope that has helped. Wanted to keep it short and sweet and simple, and I may listen to the playback to take notes myself. So anyway, thank you, Sue and Jill and all these wonderful ladies on here. I love each and every one of you. And I think I've got one of mine on here too, Miss Carolyn. She's so precious. So love you all and have a powerful year. And if there's anything I can do to help or support you, please let me know. Thank you.
Thank you so much. You are the absolute best, and you're a product of your product, and you are amazing, both business, personally, so inspiring. We appreciate you. I have one question, if I may, many, but I would like to ask one. I think it's important, and I like that you brought that up, that we all have what we call an elevator commercial. What are the key things that you think are important for an elevator commercial? Well, go ahead.
Let's see here. I haven't thought of it like that. I used to teach it all the time in Beauty U about our 30-second commercial. But
I'm with Beauty. I'm with Trura Beauty.
Yes, to share you're with Trura Beauty. And we are a company that has 100% clean, safe, effective products. And we disallow and restrict up to 9,000 ingredients, which no other company does. I would love to be able to share a sample of the product with you, or take some time with you. If they're local, I love to take time and share our clean skincare, anti-aging, and cosmetic products with you. There's so many different ways you can, that's kind of my typical.
That's to the point. It's good. People now more than ever are into clean and safe. Mm-hmm. I think sometimes when I say probiotic, they just look at me like, oh, you sell probiotic makeup, so I like the focus on it. That's great. Thank you.
I want to capture them in a way, even if they call me. I do run an ad in Natural Awakenings. If you have that magazine in your city, I highly recommend it. I get 2 to 3 new customers a month, sometimes from that, which is powerful. And those are, in a sense, referrals, because actually the owner of the magazine, Michelle Smith, refers for people to me, which has been awesome. But I do have an ad in there. And when they call me, they'll say, tell me about your product. And that's the first thing I say. I say, we are 100% clean, safe, and effective. And we disallow and restrict up to 9,000 ingredients, which no other company in the world does. So if your focus is on health, then I can certainly be there to support and help you in living a healthy life. So I don't do the probiotic microbiome friendly. I do share that eventually as we talk, but it's not my front end because I'm trying to capture them.
No, that's a fair point. I completely agree.
Right. Because you say, like you said, probiotic microbiome, and it goes over their head, even if they're into health. So, yeah.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Okay, I'll turn it back over to Jill and we can close. And I appreciate your time and appreciate you. Thank you, Karen.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Karen. And yeah, I agree with you on that microbiome. In fact, I was at a function yesterday, and sure enough, I said that, and it literally their eyes glazed over. And I also like how you put a call to action at the end, that you could offer them a sample or get with them. That gives them something to do. So again, we appreciate you and thank you for all your tips, and look forward to sharing them with everybody that may have missed. So I'm going to stop the recording now